Hello guys, welcome to Bavarian Highway. We are back after 8 months. I know that's a long time, but unfortunately we couldn't do so many videos meanwhile. But we came back strong. We came back with something that you don't see so often on the roads. And we have here a really nice Porsche. And this is a Porsche Panamera from 2012. It's the first generation of Panamera. We have a 3-liter diesel here with 250 horsepower and 550 Newton meters of torque. It's not the strongest engine, but we have a beautiful spec here. We have this very beautiful white color. We have tinted windows. We have sunroof in this car. We have 20 inches alloys. We have a very beautiful beige interior with a lot of features. But let's stop talking and take a look at the car. And let's see how it looks on the outside and on the interior. And later on, we are going to do a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour and also 100 to 200. And hopefully, if we are lucky and the highway is not so crowded, maybe we can reach the top speed on this car. Take a look at the interior. This is the nicest thing on this car, at least this is my opinion. We have this beautiful beige leather on the seats, on the dash, everywhere, and this makes you think that the car is bigger in the interior than it actually is. Let's see how I feel in here. It's very comfy, everything is in its place. The cockpit is so well made. You can clearly see that this is a premium car because the quality in this interior is so good, and it's not so big, but you have the feeling that it's bigger than it is because of this color. The steering wheel is beautiful, a lot of buttons. This is not so new, this is from 2012, but you don't feel that this car is 9 years old because it's very modern. The only things that make you realize that it's not so new is that the pixels on the infotainment systems are not so clear, for example. The graphics is not so modern, but other than that, everything is just perfect in here. It's a big car, but you feel like in a sports car in it. The seats are very sporty. I think on really long trips you will get some back pain because they are not so soft. Yes. Nothing more about the front side of the interior. Let's take a look at the back side. I am 1.85 meters tall, so no, I'm not so short. And let's see how much legroom I have on the rear seats with the driver seat in my position. It's quite okay. Still have some room in here. Very nice in here. It's a nice place to be, but the seats, from my opinion, are a little bit too straight. So I think on a long trips you'll struggle a little bit, but overall it's a perfect place to be. Headroom, no problem. Armrest here, everything is perfect. You have some options in here. You can adjust your the heat in your seats and so on. Very beautiful sound system, Bose sound system. So the car is big, it's huge. It's 193 meters wide, but the trunk is not that big. The size is decent, but from the outside you will think that it's bigger. It's actually enough for I don't know, small family, but we have here 440 liters, I think. It's not bad, but it could be better. I think the competition for this car, so maybe 6 series, BMW, for example, they're around about the same size. It's fine because the car is big, but it's also sporty, so you shouldn't have so much expectation from the. Yeah, let's stop talking and let's do some, as promised, let's do some runs. So 0 to 100 and then 100 to 200, and if we are lucky, as I said, maybe we reach the top speed. I drove the car for almost 1 day, and there are some things that I like about it and some things that I don't like about it, and I want to share them with you in case you want to purchase a Panamera Generation 1. I will start with the things that I like. First one, interior. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, it's one of the best interior that I've ever tested. The premium quality on the dash, on the seats, is noticeable, so you can clearly see that that's a Porsche you want to sit on the driver's seat. The second one is the front end. When you see the car coming towards you, it's spectacular, it's beautiful, you like it, you clearly see that it's a Porsche. And the third one is stability. I was impressed that a huge car like this, with just a tiny 3-liter diesel engine, is so stable on curves. Of course, there are some things that I don't like. First of them is steering. It's not precise. When you steer, the car has a slight delay. The brakes are weak. You don't feel safe when braking. You have to brake earlier than usual. And the rear end of the car is not so pretty. But of course, this is a subjective aspect. I've tried to cover performance, mechanics, and design things. If you like this video, subscribe, like, dislike, do whatever you want, leave a comment, just give us feedback. We are still at the beginning of our trip with YouTube, so any kind of feedback is welcome. Stay tuned.